Hello everyone, happy Sunday. I'm your host Jitsuko Toshiro, bringing you the latest updates regarding the cryptocurrency markets. As you can see today, we do have a slight pump. It is a weekend pump, and we are going to go ahead and dive into the charts. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like the content. I try to give you guys daily and timely updates. I gave one a few hours ago, but I think it's worthy of me actually discussing some changes that happened in the price action. I saw some changes I wanted to show you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So, if you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and take a look. As you can see here, Bitcoin is consolidating in this range that we've established. So basically the $17,000 range and the $16,200 support. So we're consolidating in here. I did warn everyone that, hey, we might create an M pattern. M patterns are bearish and we're in the middle of a bear market. So if we get rejected from the $17,000 mark, I expect this to come down, actually retest the support and head lower. Would I trade anything in here? I've told you guys in many videos I am not trading anything regarding Bitcoin in this specific price action range. And the reason being is because technically it's too small of a range. So if you look here, it's only 3%, 4%. Unless you're on high leverage, it really doesn't pay you well. I'm more of a swing trader, and I like to trade low leverage. But if you are interested in trading this, what I would mention to you is this is a very, very great opportunity to enter a short. The reason being is because everyone thinks that we have a lot of momentum to break to the upside, right? Unfortunately, you're a little bit too late. You want to long these supports. You don't want to long into resistance. That is a very risky trade. And you want to, use great technical analysis skills and get in the habit of it. You see everyone tweeting, hey, we're heading to 18,000, but we can't even get past the $17,000 mark. So just keep that in mind. We're on the daily time frame. So one thing I want to mention to you guys on the daily time frame. So I always mention wait for a daily close. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look. We moved to the upside. We are attempting to break 17,000. Now, I don't expect this to break it right away. Obviously not. But what I will tell you is if we consolidate in a tighter range above the 16.8 level, I do expect us actually to break up to the upside. So I would wait maybe 1 or 2 more days for this to break to the upside or consolidate here, and then I would enter a trade. However, I wouldn't really get into it. One more thing I want to mention to you guys is we're getting this nice rounding formation on the top, kind of like how we had this rounding formation on the bottom. These serve as a reversal. So just keep that in mind when you're trading, that this isn't really confirmed yet. People are getting really happy over $100 pump. Really, I don't see a reason to long yet. Now, one more thing I want to point out. If we do break above and you feel like you missed your chance to long, always wait for that retest, right? We could even just wick above and then head down lower. I've seen that many times, and let me just show you in recent history where that's happened. Boom, right here at this 18.4. So don't get trapped in these longs. You don't want to be a victim of that. You also don't want to be a victim of just getting a long here for a quick scam pump to the downside. You want to be patient. You want to see it retest. You want to be a good poised trader. Risk management is more important than catching a little pump. So that's my analysis on Bitcoin. The rest of the cryptocurrency market will follow. So let's take a look at Ethereum. I want to show you guys something on the daily time frame as well. We have this resistance here, and the more we chop in this resistance, the more likely we will break out. This is the $1,270 mark for those that can't see the prices. So we're just consolidating in here. Like I said with Bitcoin, the more we consolidate under this resistance and chop through it, the more likely we can break to the upside. Some upside targets for Ethereum. 1350 is one of them. If we can get up there, that's a good area to short. Another good area to short is this $1,500 level. Now, one more thing I want to point out with Ethereum is if we do get rejected here and we come back down to this 1150 mark, that would actually be a decent area to long. Even better, if we break down from there, you can long it at this $1,000 mark. I don't expect this to capitulate just yet. It's a bit too early. So I expect us maybe to retest these lows If we do, I expect this to come back up. So just be patient. Don't trade this yet. I want to show you guys something on the 4-hour time frame, and I want to show you something new to the channel that I hardly ever do, which is use RSI. The reason why I don't like to use indicators on the channel is just because I like to give you guys quick updates regarding price action and where I think the market's going without any biased opinions. But here on the 4-hour chart, you can see that we have so this is the RSI indicator. If you're new to RSI, this is basically telling you the relative strength of the asset. So how many buyers and sellers are there in this asset? This is the 4-hour time frame, and we have a descending resistance on the RSI. Now, if you look at the price action, you can see that the price, however, is going up. It's trending upwards. That is technically a bearish signal. That means that the higher we go, the less buyers we have. So in essence, this means that we might head lower. The tricky thing about trading at this, which is called this structure in conjunction with the RSI, is called a bearish divergence. And basically with this can be tricky though. So we could actually trend higher and higher, and the RSI can go lower and lower. So you could get wicked out of it. So just wait for this trend line to break if you want to enter a short. Don't really trade this yet. I'm just letting you guys know we might get a pullback soon. So just be patient. So that's what's going on with Ethereum. Let's take a look at BNB. This was the short I was in, and I mentioned to you guys in tons of videos in the past that this is not your ideal trade. This was a costly mistake I want you guys to learn from. I lost about 1.5 grand on this. The thing I want to point out is, take a look. So we had this huge trend down, and this was basically a bunch of FUD came out around here about Binance being insolvent. So we had this follow through, and we had a massive amount of selling, as you can see on the relative strength index. And we saw a nice bounce, consolidation, and a move up. My liquidation was around 269. So unfortunately, I believe I am liquidated by now. And I just wanted to show you guys that this is the result of trading the news. Now, if I was to trade this and actually use TA, I told you guys that, well, you want to basically short resistance. The reason why I'm so hung up on shorting BNB is because the macro structure is very bearish. So let's go ahead and zoom out and look at it on the daily. You can see that we have created one of the biggest descending triangles I have ever seen in my trading life. And basically what that means is you're making lower highs and stagnant lows. So basically, the more you test this support down here, the more likely you are to break to the downside. Now, the thing with BNB is we could even trend up and test this level up here at the 295. Or we can even come up and touch this resistance here. Now, how would you trade this? So I would actually stay out of it for now. I wouldn't trade this resistance even though we're chopping through it. I would wait and see if we can actually move a bit higher, catch a scam wick, and set an order up here. So don't trade this just yet. Unfortunately, it's not in a good position to short just yet. So be patient with BNB. Unfortunately, if you were in a trade with BNB, I'm sorry if you lost any funds. I did warn you guys that my trade wasn't the ideal copy trade, unfortunately, because I was basically trading the news and I was gambling. So let that be a warning to you guys to actually use technical analysis to trade in the future. Let's take a look at Solana, another trade that I'm interested in. So you can see that I added some annotations here just to show you guys my thought process on what's going to happen with Solana. I marked some local resistance and supports. But let's go over what's happened recently. So we had this massive sell-off, and then we had a nice pullback and healthy consolidation in Solana. This is actually a bullish pattern. The reason being, this is technically called a bull flag, and the reason why it's bullish is because you're consolidating under the resistance. The more you chop through this resistance, the more likely you are to break to the upside. But I want to remind everyone that we are in a bear market. So sometimes these pumps to the upside are followed with more hard selling. So just be wary of that. Now, I want to point out a few things with Solana. Number one is if you want to enter a long, you would actually wait for the retest of this bull flag, which is around the $13.87, and then you'd play that to a few potential targets. Number one is your $15 target. So $15 is right around this resistance here, and I drew it with a box. And the reason why $15 is a key area of resistance is for two reasons. Number one, it's a psychological area of resistance. $15 is a nice round number. People are going to sell there. And then number two, if we can make it up here, around $20 is going to be your next short entry or sell take profit area. And the reason why I mentioned $20 is for two reasons again. Number one is we have this beautiful wick that failed to retest, so that serves as resistance. And then number two, it's a psychological number, right? It's $20 is a nice round number. So right now, technically, I think I'm going to enter a short. Unfortunately, if you are looking long here, I'm wary of being long in a bear market. I would rather trade the trend, and we're kind of topping out on the RSI, not really, so we might have some more room to go up. So just be patient with Solana. If you are entering a long though, I wouldn't recommend entering it just yet. Wait for that retest and then enter that long. If I was to enter a long, I would actually take all my profits around the $15 mark. That's around a 7% move, which is a pretty big move. It's a decent chunk of cash if you use that on leverage. So just keep that in mind. And last but not least, the DXY. We went over this a few hours ago, but I wanted to point out a few things. Number one is we're at a key area of support. Take a look here. This is nice area of support. Number two is we might come down lower when we open and then head up to the new highs. And number three, we have this falling wedge pattern. I've mentioned in the past falling wedge patterns are bullish. The DXY does take a while to play out, but that's about it for today's update. So be wary. Let's go ahead and look back at Bitcoin. Be wary of the recent price action. Be patient as well. Keep your eyes on Bitcoin, and the rest of the alts will follow. So if we do break to the upside, everything else will look green. If we break to the downside, unfortunately, we'll have a few red days. That's about it. If you guys have any questions, please tag me in anything that you guys want me to look at. You can comment down below. If you like my content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then I'll always be here for you guys. So just let me know if you guys need anything. I appreciate your time. Have a good one. Happy Sunday. Good luck trading. Thank you.